I'm going to first just introduce myself. I'm Mayor Michelle Kafusi, and I am at the home of Ginger Woolley. And Ginger is one of our recipients of the Mayor's Award we just recently gave out. And we're so proud to have her in our city and so grateful for everything she's done. So start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your growing up and kind of your life. That's a lot, right?
Well, I was a child care provider for my profession. I didn't grow up here, but I went to college, and at age 17, I was here hiking Rock Canyon pretty much every day for my sanity. I am very grateful to live in this city, where I've spent the last 50 years.
So great. We're so glad you're here too, and that's a perfect segue into the how did you get involved with the effort to preserve our beautiful Rock Canyon?
Well, I knew Francine for over 50 years, and I saw her start the effort. And then when they started dynamiting the front side of the canyon, taking the nose off the Mona Lisa, let's just say it that way, I called the TV stations, I called the news outlets that I could to get a little bit of publicity around it. But then behind the scenes, we were working with the man who headed the state senate. Orrin Hatch got involved. Several people came forward who were powerful stakeholders. And we had many battles, as Mayor Curtis, now Congressman Curtis, would tell you that we were in court a lot. And we would knit together the entities that were invested in the canyon, because not always did everyone show up for all the court battles, but we did.
But you did.
Yes, we did. And it was 12, 13 years of that battle. But the way it ended, might I tell you?
Yes, please do.
We were shocked that the family who owned the property contacted us and said they wanted to meet with us. I brought some key citizens, including one of your councilmen, George Handley, and some other well-spoken individuals. And we went into an office and met with the family and said, you know, how can we work this through? And they said, we want to take over your nonprofit so that we can let all the people who live on this hill know that unless they each donate $1 million, because we want $100 million, we will be, unless we get that, we're going to be dynamiting this canyon to make it so they don't have property values like they had before. And we saw that as different than our own goals. However, we did want to be supportive and cooperative. We spoke about the good leadership in Provo City to work with on this. And we even offered, look, if you want a nonprofit, one of our guys made nonprofits. That was part of his skill set. He said he could do that. And in the end, we encouraged him over to Mayor Curtis. Then the discussion went from there. It was, at that point, 2 more years. This was after all the court battles, to reach an agreement that worked for everybody. And it was a win-win in the end. It wasn't a crush 'em kind of thing. So we're grateful that with a lot of work that got resolved.
So what's your perspective? Tell me what your perspective was from preserving Rock Canyon from the beginning to where you are now.
Well, it's changed a lot up there because the population density makes it now so people need a place where they can regain some peacefulness and get out of all of the city life here. It's so accessible. And as the years have gone by, more and more people are using it. The new plan is almost going to double the amount of parking, but we're going to stop the parking going down to the temple as it now is, and up on 1450. It's a change scenario because we need the public to understand that this is a precious resource, that we are all stewards of this resource, and we all have vested interests, be us mountain climbers or hikers or picnickers and educators. There are a lot of college professors who take their students up there because of the biodiversity. In addition to college professors, we had elementary kids, middle school, and the high school kids going up there. And we realize now that our messaging to them needs to be stewardship.
Okay, so Ginger, you've been so great, and this has just been so fantastic to hear your story. But tell us about Rock Canyon specifically. What is it that makes it so special to you? I know you've mentioned a couple things.
Well, TripAdvisor puts it in the top 10 attractions of this valley. And the reason why it's unique among our natural features along the Wasatch Front is that the grade of the canyon makes it accessible for all ages. You can take toddlers up there. You can be elderly and go up there. Even if you go just a few steps from the parking lot or even lean against your car, you might be able to see soaring eagles up above the cliffs of the peak there. Or if you just go through the mouth of the canyon where there are lots of birds, we have identified with Utah County birders 78 different species of birds up there. And most of them reside in the mouth of the canyon. So if you just experience the mouth of the canyon, you're getting something. If you go farther, you might be tempted to climb, and that's okay too. But if you're gonna do technical climbing, be sure to have the technical expertise and equipment. Just as you're getting into the canyon, if you look to your north end of the canyon, you will see rock that is as old as any exposed rock. BYU geologists found up there a ancient fish fossil that at that time, I don't know if they found something better, they believed it was the oldest fish fossil in the world.
Oh my
That's
God.
how ancient that rock is and how beautiful it is. As you get into the canyon, you're gonna look left or right, and you may see some of the bighorn Rocky Mountain sheep. They're nothing, they won't hurt you in spite of their size, but they're so gorgeous and unique to our environment here. Some people have a misconception that there are going to be bears and cougars and things coming to get them, but that's not the case. They do live way at the back of the canyon, and that's a hike that 95% of people don't make.
Okay, we'll go ahead and wrap it up then. So Ginger, why don't you tilt up the award just so people can see it? Why don't you read it to us?
Provo City's Mayor's Award of Excellence presented to Ginger Woolley, and it really should be to many more people, for inspiring vision and dedicated service in preserving the gem that is Rock Canyon. Michelle Kawafusi, Provo City Mayor.
Perfect. And it really is a gem, and we wouldn't have it without you. So just know I really respect you and look up to you, and I'm so proud to have you in our city.
Thank you.